How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on the Santa Cruz Highball, we're going to be upgrading the brakes. So I've currently got some SRAM Level TL brakes, which are, a decent mid-range cross-country brake option. And they've been okay, but one thing that I've always not loved about this bike has been the braking. When I first got them, they felt a little bit wooden almost. They didn't really feel like they had great modulation, really kind of hard but not a lot of power. I swapped out the brake pads for some Jagwire Organics kind of cheapo brake pads. It did bring back some of that modulation, but then I lost some initial bite. And so I just haven't really been super thrilled with the SRAM brakes. I have ridden Shimano brakes on other mountain bikes. My Ripmo, for example, has Shimano SLX 4-piston, and I just like the feel of Shimano better. People do kind of argue whether Shimano or SRAM are better. Obviously, there's other options as well. And I just personally like the feel of Shimano better. I feel like once I pull them, they stop, right? And that's sort of what I like. I'm not the smoothest rider in the world, and so Shimano having the extra power if I need to brake works for me, works for my riding style. So initially, I did plan on actually going a different direction. I bought some Magura MT8 brakes. And those, while they would be awesome, they're a little bit different. I wanted something, not just usual SRAM Shimano. They're good-looking brakes. Ultimately, I was a little bit put off by sort of their compatibilities. They need 2mm thick rotors, which are rather thick. They have to be changed, I think, 1.85, while both SRAM and Shimano rotors start at 1.85 millimeters in thickness. So you have to run their rotors, which are much heavier than other rotors. Even their lightweight ones, are much heavier than an XTR rotor, SRAM rotor, anything like that. So I sold the Maguras, and then in their place, I got these Shimano XTRs. Someone had, these were takeoffs, so someone bought a bike that came with these XTR brakes. I guess they didn't want them for whatever reason, and so they went ahead and sold them to me for a good deal. I got these for not new pricing, but these are, they're new, essentially. They were just put on a bike and then taken off, and I can still see the grooves on the brake pad, so these are brand new, essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and swap these on. So today we need to take off the SRAM brakes, install these Shimano brakes, and then we're going to go ahead, take her for a quick spin, see how she does, see if the new braking is to my liking. Hopefully it is. Hopefully we shed some weight as well. And then we can continue on with the process, because this upgrade will sort of unlock some other ones, as we can then look at new wheels, new rotors, and sort of work our way down there. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. Follow along. Let's go ahead and get these brakes off and get these Shimanos on this bike. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much lighter these new parts are. So the old brake levers come in at 192.8 grams, which in comparison to the XTR levers, these ones do have the carbon blades. These come in at 136.4 grams, or a weight savings of 56.4. The calipers, on the other hand, the old ones here with the hoses still attached, are 302 grams, whereas the XTR calipers, which are the 2-piston, these come in at 267.5 grams for a total weight savings of 34.5 grams on the calipers. Alright, quick update. I was able to get the cable routed through the frame, which was a real pain, for a variety of reasons. Essentially, the angles of the frame make it hard, the access hole at the bottom is very small. I was able to get it through. What I ended up doing, I took the old brake cable, and then I cut a screw in half using a hacksaw. I threaded one side into the old cable, and then I took the other threaded side of the screw, and I screwed it into the new brake hose, and then I pulled it through. So that saved me $70 from having to buy the Park Tool internal routing tool. And so this worked. Maybe not the simplest or, least janky workaround, but it did work. So now I made sure to run it through our cable stop over here. I did make sure to put the foam insert back inside, or the cable back through the foam. That way it doesn't rattle in the frame. And now we can go ahead and move on with the process. Now, I wasn't initially planning on replacing these ESI chunky grips. However, I did accidentally rip one of the grips when removing them, and so I figured this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and replace them with something a little bit lighter. So the chunkies come in at 70.9 grams for the pair, and I replaced them with a set of ESI Racers Edge grips, which claim to come in at 50 grams, although as I saw last time, these don't include the weight of the bar ends, but these actually do come in at 54.8 grams, which results in a weight savings of 16.1 from the old chunkies. I found that these are just as comfortable as the old ones, and we still saved a good amount of weight. So in this latest round of weight savings, we went ahead and shaved off 56.4 grams from the brake levers, 34.5 grams from the brake calipers, and a further 16.1 grams off the grips for a total weight savings of 107 grams, bringing our total weight down to 10,345 grams for the whole bike. All right, here we are. We are out at Fort Ord in Marina, California. Never been here before. It's supposed to be some really good cross-country riding, so I figured it'd be a good place to test out these new brakes. We've got a little 13-mile loop today. Should be a good amount of climbing, but nothing super long. And yeah, I'm excited test these XTRs out. Off the bat, I'm already noticing I need to adjust the levers a little bit. They're a little too horizontal for my liking, so probably at the top of this first climb I'll get off and do that. But let's get a good ride in and let's see how these XTR brakes do. All right, so we just adjusted the lever angle a little bit. This feels better to me. So we've got our first little downhill section coming up. Now they do feel a little weak right now, and I imagine that's because I haven't fully bedded them in. I did a little bit in the parking lot, but probably not enough. So I'm gonna take it real easy on this first downhill, just to bed them in and to, you know, obviously be careful. So let's go do that. Check these puppies out. That's really fun. Really sandy. Super loose. Oh, that's fun. That's real fun. I think we're going. Okay. Ooh. Slalomy.
That's fun. That's sand. Oh wow, this is so pretty. Oh. Hey. Oh yes. Oh, this is fun. This is a good trail. Braking bumps are nice and defined. Alright, picking up speed here a little bit. Alright, first impressions of the XTR brakes, really good. I think what I can say, which might sound like a negative, but I think is a positive, is I don't notice them, right? They don't feel ridiculously powerful. They're not weak. They don't squeal. They just work, right? They do what they're supposed to do. They're not so strong that they're gonna buck me off. But if I need to stop, I can stop. And that's, you know, that's what you want brakes to do at the end of the day, especially cross-country brakes. I still need to bed them in a little bit more probably. And I'm also using them on worn SRAM rotors. So I'm sure once I put on some new Shimano rotors, they'll perform better. But all in all, they're great. I like the levers better than the SRAM levers. A little shorter, a little stubbier. And me having small hands makes them more comfortable for me. You know, on a descent like this, I feel fully in control. I can slow down if I need to. If I let go, no rubbing, nothing like that. You know, they just work, and that's what you want your brakes to do. So really good first impressions. I believe I still have a couple downhill sections coming up here later on this ride, so we'll get a few more runs with them. But all in all, you know, these are great. This is definitely better than those SRAM levels. They look better, they're lighter, they work better. Just super happy with them. So great upgrade. And now we can turn our attention to some bigger ticket items in terms of weight to get this bike a little bit closer to our goal of 20 pounds. On the next episode, we're going to be redoing a few items that I had second thoughts on. So the pedals and the seat, the saddle, I'm gonna redo or double back on my decisions there. So stay tuned, because in the next episode we'll be revealing what I went with on those items. And then soon we're gonna do some real big ticket items and shave off a whole bunch of weight. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.